Heidi Gardner. She's a Saturday Night Live cast member and a diehard Chiefs fan. The SNL 50th anniversary special Sunday at 8 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Heidi is also in the Apple TV comedy Shrinking, plays the character Grace. Harrison Ford and Jason Segel are in that. Heidi joins us now. When I told Fritzy to reach out and have you join us, this was before the Super Bowl, and I know you're a big Chiefs fan, and we thought you were going to be in a great mood. So what kind of mood are you in?
Okay, I am in a mood where I am very fortunate and blessed. We won 2 years in a row. We've won 3 times in the last 6 years. Very lucky. Sunday was really hard. I love the Chiefs. The only thing I'm upset about are some of these false narratives after the fact that, like Mahomes' legacy is questioned. Like, that is crazy to me. The fact that some people are saying that the Chiefs had already copyrighted three-peat, and that was like the motivation for the Eagles. Like, I love bulletin board material. We use it. But I can assure you, all season, there was no Chief or Coach Reed that was saying anything about three-peat. I feel like they were trying to ignore that noise. Of course, it's in your head. And I just want to say at the beginning of the season, a lot of people were talking smack on the Eagles and that they had lost it. They were talking this last year. They were talking it on Jalen Hurts. And now it's just like they were always the inevitable team. I'm just a little frustrated, and I needed to get all of that out.
Did you cry Sunday?
No, I didn't cry. I think my job as a Chiefs fan is just to give them love and hope. And I just continued to try and love and hope us into a win, and it didn't happen. And I love them all the same.
When did you begin your love affair with the Kansas City Chiefs growing up in Kansas City?
Yeah, so I was born there, so it was fated. But my mom has just always been a sports fan, and it was probably like around 5.5 or 6 years old. I just accepted that on Sundays we were going to be watching football. Like that was, and I needed to embrace that because I loved my mom, and that was the thing that I needed to learn how to love too.
Okay, but this fandom, though, now it's with you the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah. And I still consider it a blessing, even though it takes over my persona and my anxiety quite a bit, but I love it.
Did you talk to Taylor Swift when she was on Saturday Night Live?
Well, so I had talked to her pre her becoming a Chiefs fan, so I haven't gotten to connect with her since, but
okay.
I would love to talk Chiefs with her.
Feels like it's inevitable her and Travis are going to get engaged. I mean, I love love. I'm rooting for love is what I'm rooting for.
Me too. I'm rooting for love. I was scared in the beginning because, like, as a fan first, like, I love both those people, but I was like, is this going to be a distraction? But it's been all good, and I love love. And I love that, like, she's brought even more eyes on our team.
Are you a competitor the way an athlete is with whatever roles you have on SNL or when you're, doing other shows?
For sure. I mean, I always say that I played sports growing up, and one of the only reasons I wish I would have continued on is because I wish I had like the total discipline of an athlete. But I will say recently at work, there's a few times when I've gotten thrown things where I have to go perform with no rehearsal. And that is scary. I mean, it's live anyways, but if I haven't had a rehearsal and they're just like, you're in this now, or you're doing this now. And I'm like, I want to come back and be like, we didn't even do a rewrite, or we didn't do this. And I just think to myself, what would Mahomes do? He would play. So that's what I do.
Heidi Gardner, Saturday Night Live cast member. So it's actress, comedian, writer, diehard Chiefs fan. Is that the order?
Yes. I mean, you can always move diehard Chiefs fan to the top. That is like the thing that has stayed consistent. That's probably my number one.
50th anniversary special, Sunday, February 16th at 8 Eastern. That'll be NBC and Peacock. Also, you play Grace in the Apple TV Shrinking. Then you push your boyfriend off a cliff?
I did.
Yeah. How was that?
It felt good. He was a jerk.
He had it coming.
Jerk. Yes, he had it coming.
What was the first sketch you did where you go, uh-oh? Uh-oh in a good way or uh-oh in a bad way?
Uh-oh in a good way was I did a Weekend Update and the character was every boxer's girlfriend from every movie about boxing ever. And that one just connected with the audience. And I think people were like, oh, yeah, that's a trope I see. The girlfriend in a boxing movie or the wife always has the exact same script. Yeah, I got a lot of feedback, and that's the first time I started, like, people would recognize me and they would say like a catchphrase, and it was
They'd
like,
go, I'm going to my sister's.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like you walk in the streets of New York? What do you get?
I get that. You know what's cool is I think because SNL is such an institution here and it's been around for so long, it feels like a sports team. So New Yorkers actually, instead of like necessarily calling out a sketch or anything, they just are like, go Heidi, go, like I'm a Yankee or something. I'm like, cool, I'm on the team.
What was your your audition like?
Oh my gosh. Well, it was on, I just feel like I have to relate everything to sports. You're not pushing me to do that. But it was on August 23rd. So I put a picture of LeBron and Michael Jordan on my phone to just be like, 23 greatness. So I remember that from it. And then it was 5 minutes. And I think I did about 12 characters because I wanted to be undeniable. I wanted to give them everything I had. But it was also my first time ever seen that SNL stage in person. So I was also just like, I stepped on it and I wanted to be like, can I take a selfie? And they were like, and your audition is 5, 4, 3. And then suddenly it was happening. So I kind of blacked out. And then a week later they called and they said, we want her to come back. I blacked out, but I did the audition. They said, we want her to come back and do the audition, another audition, but this time it has to be totally new one. We want to see if she can create material in a week. And I was like, I gave you like my stars. And so my second audition was like me rifling through old sketches and characters. And I always say like, my second audition was like me playing my bench. And then I won the game. It was cool.
Sandler and Will Ferrell, they talk about how like it's kind of cold in there, in a variety of ways where, there's no ambiance really. Like Lauren can be out there and you don't even know if there's no reaction or any, like, how do you know when you're doing well in your audition?
I actually think it's the type of person you are possibly. I mean, I did hear laughs. I don't know if I heard Lauren's laugh, but like it's warm enough where, I mean, anybody who's auditioning is funny. And I think you're going to hear some laughs, but you don't know, if it's enough laughs to get the job. I remember leaving the audition and having the anxiety start to set in. And there were a couple guys outside who had also just auditioned. And they approached me and they were like, so did you kill it? And I was like, I don't know. Did you? And they were like, yeah, I think so. And so I was like, okay, I think it's just who you are. It's like you might have that inner confidence.
Okay, give me your ideal host. I'm going to let you create your own show from the standpoint of your guest host is going to be and your musical guest will be who? You can pick anybody.
Ooh, okay. My guest host, I mean, I got Travis Kelce. I want Mahomes. I want Mahomes or I want LeBron. Two debatable goats, but those are ones that I really want. And then music wise, I mean, I really liked the Kendrick halftime show. I'd love to have him do whatever he wants on SNL as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think had a worse night, Mahomes or Drake?
Drake, I think that was tough. Yeah.
That was pretty bad. That's pretty bad. When the entire crowd is singing a song that's about you, and he went as far away as possible. He went to Australia.
Yes. Yeah. But again, Mahomes really, his tweet after he likes to win. So, I mean, I feel his pain too.
Keep your head up, though, Heidi. I hope some things good are coming your way.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, the Chiefs losing, so I hope something, good happens here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If life works that way, then, maybe a big movie or TV show is coming my way. A big
Do you have a big movie coming your way?
No, but I'm looking for one or just some sort of series that I get to create. I would love anything like that.
Would you like for me to talk to Sandler?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
we missed you in Happy Gilmore 2, but I don't know what he's going to have. But you know what? We get done with this. I think I'll do that. I'll just say, hey, I know this person down in the dumps. Chiefs lost. Needs to pick me up. How about
A
this?
water boy too.
Water boy 2.
Would
Water
be nice.
girl. Water
Water
girl.
girl.
We got
So
it.
easy.
Yes.
Yes.
Have fun. Thank you again, Heidi.
Thank you.
Heidi Gardner, Saturday Night Live cast member and diehard Chiefs fan, 50th anniversary this Sunday on NBC and Peacock. That's at 8 Eastern. And, of course, you can see her on the Apple TV show Shrinking with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel.